There was a report that dropped yesterday that is very interesting that I want to talk about right here on Jets Media, and it is basically saying Aaron Rodgers wanted to come back to the Jets, and he was trying to convince Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji for him to be back here for a year or two to help turn this organization around. But according to the report, that was not what the case was with Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji. They obviously made the decision. We are moving on from Aaron Rodgers. So let's dive deep into the report. This is of NY Post, which is a trustable source, but I also wanted to say we can't really believe everything we read on the internet these days. We heard from Diana Rossini of The Athletic that the Jets told Aaron Rodgers, you're never going to be able to do the Pat McAfee show if you stay. And then Ian Rappaport of NFL Network went out there and was like, no, that's basically not what happened. So you can't believe everything that you're reading online, but it's definitely something you have to talk about because knowing Aaron Rodgers, he was very open that he wanted to stay with the Jets, even, while he was getting interviewed at the end of this past season. So let's get into the report. You can read the headliner right here. Aaron Rodgers' final days as a Jet, desiring to stay before accepting his fate like a man going to the gallows. I mean, that's a crazy headline. If you guys want to check out the article, I will link it in the description. And basically, it tells me that Aaron Rodgers wanted to stay with the Jets. He wanted to help turn this organization around. He feels like he came here to bring the Jets back to, relevancy and playoff contention, and he failed. I mean, let's be honest. All the hype 2 years ago is proven that it did not work, and I'm sure Aaron wants to do right by the organization, do right by the fans, but then he has to accept his fate because it's not mutual. The Jets don't want him back. Aaron Rodgers and Darren Muji are very, assertive in their decision here, and this is Aaron Glenn making a Bill Parcells move from a perspective of making this his team. Will this be the right decision in the long run? Only time will tell. Obviously, we don't know where the Jets are going to go at the quarterback position just yet, but it is very interesting. Does this change your mindset of the whole Aaron Rodgers and Jet situation, finding out that Aaron was not really begging to stay back? I don't want to make it seem like he was on his hands and knees over there, but he had to accept his fate and swallow the tough pill of, you know what, maybe my time with the Jets is done. Year one, tore my Achilles. Year two, I worked my way back just to fail and not play good football enough to win football games. He wasn't trash. I don't agree with that narrative last year. He did throw 28 touchdowns, 11 picks. I know you can't just look at the numbers. You got to watch the film. He wasn't excellent in terms of helping this team win football games. There's a lot of issues around him too, defense, whatever the case may be, but I feel like the Jets are going on to a new direction. And I think it's an opportunity for the Jets to hit the reset button and not go into a year with, hopeful that the Jets can, go to the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers all over again. And we're trying to allow Aaron Rodgers to run his style of system because with Tanner Engstrand as our new offensive coordinator, we got to instill a brand new offense. And Aaron likes to do things his way. So I don't know if that would have worked either. I'm sure the conversation was very, transparent. They probably listed out things. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji probably told Aaron, hey, if we did bring you back, this is how it's probably going to look from an offensive standpoint, we want you to be at all the practices. It's really, there's a lot of contradicting reports. I mean, that's just the reality of the New York Jets. I feel like we're the only one that everyone talks about when there's no football being played. But hey, that's the Jets. There's always something to talk about. And now Aaron Rodgers is leaving. Maybe you'll get a little bit more quiet around the Jets. No, just kidding. We're the Jets. I mean, we're the biggest market in the world. So definitely want to share my thoughts of this report. I'm not going to read too much into it. I know some people are like reading this like, oh, that breaks my heart. Rodgers was trying to bring himself back and the Jets just kept telling him no. I mean, listen, you guys know me. I have been very open about how much I was a fan of Aaron Rodgers even before he became a Jet. Loved him in Green Bay. I was the biggest, still am a big Aaron Rodgers fan, and I would love for him to come back and for things to work out here. But I'm also not against the whole idea of moving on. I really, really think that it could be an opportunity to start fresh again. Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets was part of the new regime. That was Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas's decision. It failed, and Aaron Glenn has to wipe the mold, bring in somebody new. We don't know who it will be. We have all offseason to debate and talk about a draft process for the quarterback, free agency, staying on the roster, trades, you name it. But at the end of the day, I think that Aaron Rodgers crying to come back, and I'm exaggerating, he wasn't literally crying. It tells you how much he really cares about this team and how much he cares about us fans, and he felt like he disappointed us. And he did, let's be honest. I mean, I know some people hate Aaron. They're like, get out of here, bro. We don't want you ever again touching our team, but I don't know. I'm thankful that he brought new hope to this team, and unfortunately, he got hurt in 4 snaps, and obviously bad coaching went into it as well, and he wasn't able to play to the level we all were hopeful for. So that's it for the Aaron Rodgers Jets era. I think that's good closure to find out a little bit of a backstory that he had to accept his fate. You guys let me know in the comments your thoughts. Hit the like button as always, and let's go Jets. Talk to you guys later. Peace.